now that we have installed our tools, the next thing that we will want to do is to build out the function for processing the file, or for processing the URL blog posts that we will be taking from the user. So I would close this, open this up, and go to utilities.py. You can decide to name yours whatever file. You can decide to name yours whatever you choose, but this is what I choose to name mine. Okay, and now with this, I'm going to import requests, and I would also import BS4. Oh, let me be sure I added. Okay, yes, beautiful soup. So, I'm going to import beautiful soup from BS4. So I say import, sorry, from BS4, imports beautiful soup. And then since we are also dealing with PDF, we would uh install PDF reader from PYDF2. So we say PDF reader. So these are our imports, and let us start generating or creating our functions. So first of all, we want to create the function that would handle the processing the file. So we are going to name that we are going to name the function or the method process file, and the parameter that we're going to pass is uploaded file. And inside here, it's going to be a try except. So we're going to do try pass accepts exception as e pass. So now under the try block, we want to create a logic to process the PDF. So we're going to do PDF reader equals to the PDF reader that we imported, and we're going to pass the uploaded file. Okay, and then we're going to have an empty string. Now this text would be the content that we extract or that we pull out from our PDF. And then we are going to use a for loop. So we'll say for page in PDF reader. Now this for loop is going to loop through the PDF and extract the content and add that into the text variable. So we say for PDF and for page in PDF dot pages, add the contents that is extracted, and we would use extract text method within the PDF reader. So this is how we would get the content from the PDF. Now let us also get the content if the user decides to upload a txt file. So we're gonna do a leaf uploaded file dot type. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add this here. So we say if uploaded file. So first of all, we want to check if the uploaded file is a PDF, then we would do this. Then if the uploaded file is a txt, and then we just say, sorry. Okay, so this is the logic to process our file. First of all, we check if the uploaded file is a PDF. Now, if it is a PDF, we use the PDF reader from the PyPDF2, and then we would have an empty text string here. Now, this empty text string is what we would use to extract and save the this empty text string variable is what we would use to save the content of the extracted PDF or TXT. So then we use a for loop and we say for page in PDF reader dot pages, we would extract the text and add it to this variable here. Now, if the uploaded document is a txt file, we say elif uploaded document.type. If it is text, txt, that's text slash play, we would use the .read method and we would decode that and extract that and add it to our txt variable. Now, if the uploaded file is neither a PDF or a TXT file, we would raise a value error saying, hey, this file is not supported, upload a PDF or upload a TXT file. Now, if there was any error in processing that particular file, we want to raise a runtime error, and we would say like there was an error processing this processing the file. So just say raise runtime error processing this file. And then we would pass the error message here. So this is the function for processing the file. Now let us create the function for processing the URL. So it's going to be quite similar. Well, not really quite similar, but going to be process URL, and we would be sending the URL as an argument. Now in this process URL, what we want to achieve is that we want to use Beautiful Soup to crawl through the web page, and then it would get the content, save it in either a content variable or a text variable, and then yeah, and that is what we want to do. So we're going to do try response equals to request dot get URL, and I want to raise an error if there is some sort of HTTP issue. So you can say response dot raise status, and this should throw an error, raise an error if there is a HTTP issue. And then we the next thing that we want to do now is we want to get the content of that particular page of the URL. So we say page content equals to, this is now where we would call Beautiful Soup, and we would pass the response as a text. So this response here, we're going to pass it as a text. And okay, so what this line does is that it takes the response from the, I'm sorry, it takes the response from this gets request, and then it takes that as a text string, and it passes it to Beautiful Soup using the HTML parser. So after this, we would want to extract content from the URL. So so the content that we will want to extract, like the heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and the paragraph, because in a blog post or in a published articles, these are like the key parts of the blog. So we would create an empty list, and then we would do for tagging page content, the crawled page content. Let's see, let's find all, and all that we talked about, the h1, the h2, h3, and then paragraph. And then when we get that, we are going to append whatever we find. We are going to append that in the empty contents list. Let's add text. So we just don't want to append that like that. We want to uh append a stripped version. So we say tag dot get text, because we want to get the text, and then in this bracket we're going to do strip equals to true. So we want to only append the stripped version of the contents that we get into the contents list. Then next, from the content that is in our contents list, we want to now add that into a into a text variable. So we say text this dot join, and we want to pass the content. Now we also want to add another logic that if there is no readable content that we extracted from the h1, h2, h3, or the paragraph, if there is no content that we extracted, and we want to throw an error like no readable content was extracted from this page. So we can see if no text, raise, right, raise a value error, and we'll say no readable content found on this page or URL. But if there is one, we would want to return it, because we would be using this text or using this content in our AI agents to generate the mini course. So after this, we can have the exception part. So if there was any issue when processing the URL, we would want to add it here as a runtime error. So we can just say error processing URL. And this is how we can process the file, and we can process the URL. So in the next video, we are going to be creating the tools. That's the content reader, content validator, the content improver, and the mini course generator tool that would power our AI agents.